Hello and welcome to another recitation session. In today's session, let's understand what is there in project 1 and also how to achieve a part of this project. The project is to design the letters ASU. You input ASU and provide 4 numericals within the bracket, and it is supposed to produce ASU with printing stars for the characters A, S, and U. The input numericals are, the first one is the left and the right margin. So in this case, 5 represents the left and the right margin. 2 represents the top and the bottom margin. The third numerical represents the spaces between the 2 characters. And the last one represents the font size. So given these as the numericals, you produce, or the output on the screen should be an ASU of this format. How do we go about understanding what's to be done? Given ASU, the first is the left and the right margins. Font size is 3. So you visualize your character as having 3 stars for each section of the character. Hence, using 3 times 3, we have 9 over here. 10 representing the spaces between the 2 characters. So we have a 10. Again, this representing the character width, that is 3 times 3. The space between S and U, 3 times 3. And the right margin, totally making it 53 characters. The top and bottom are given by the second numerical, that is 2. And 3 times 5, representing 15, being the size of the alphabet. So that becomes a total of 19. That becomes a total of 19 rows in this image of ASU. So that becomes a total of 19 rows in ASU. So as part 1, let us see how to output the various lines that are required, that is the horizontal and the vertical lines. Recall from our previous recitation, we had a simple program called the draw symbol. If you have done this, you should be able to do part 1 of the project with some ease. So understanding the horizontal line, as we already had a look, the horizontal line is made up of 3 main inputs from the numericals provided in the command line. The first 2, the number of spaces 10, and the font size 3. We do not need the bottom and top margin for drawing the horizontal line. So a simple function called horizontal line can be written of this format, which takes in the left and the right margin, the spaces between the characters, and the font size to produce the horizontal line. The code is a very, very simple code. All it does is it writes a dash or a minus symbol number of times the characters that have to be printed. So if you look here, this part of it we understand from our previous slides. In addition to that, we have 2 additional dashes that need to be produced to complete a box. So this part of it totally makes 53 characters. So the text width being 3 times 3, the total line size will be 3 times 3 plus 10 times 2 plus 2 times 2, and additional 2 for the either dashes at the either end, making it totally 53 characters. That is as simple as drawing a horizontal line. What about the vertical line? We need to be able to draw this line for our box around the ASU character, around the characters ASU. For drawing this vertical line, we need only two inputs: the bottom top margin and the font size. To draw a simple one line, we can utilize a simple function just like draw symbol, which draws a line followed by a next line. And how many times this will repeat is total font size, vertical size times 2, total font size, that is 3 times 5, followed by another vertical line of 2 in this case, making it totally a vertical space of 19. Now, utilizing your knowledge from horizontal line, can you draw this? That is the two vertical lines. This should be quite simple for you, given what a vertical line would do and what a horizontal line would do. The code for this would look something like this, where you put in spaces for the line width with type symbols on either side and a new line character. And you repeat this continuously until you have drawn all the vertical lines. Remember, this is type of a recursive function, and hence you need a base case which says that you have completed drawing all the vertical lines, or the number n comes down to 0. Now, combining your knowledge of drawing a horizontal and a vertical line, we should be able to complete our first project, first part of our project 1, which is to draw a square. This is your turn, and let's see how this works in the code. So this code is all that we need. It's about 15 lines of code, and that's quite easy to do. And let's compile it and see how it would be to run this. So I go to File, Console, and I'm going to console. My program is called Output. I run this, and all I need to do is type square 2, 2, 10, 3, and that's it. It produces the square. Part 2 of this project, let's see in the next recitation. Thank you.